The ULTRASPORT Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We are at Lambeau Field this afternoon in Green Bay, Wisconsin for a huge NFC North border battle matchup. A legendary rivalry is renewed as we bring you this game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Glad to have you with us here in Week 4 of the 2024 NFL season. Vikings coming into this game undefeated, 3 wins, no losses. Meanwhile, the Packers 2-1. Green Bay with a 30-14 win over the Tennessee Titans last week. Minnesota defeating the Houston Texans 34-7. Both of these teams coming into this with a win in the previous game, actually on winning streaks, because I believe Green Bay has won 2 in a row. We'll see if the Vikings take their first loss or if the undefeated streak continues as the Packers take down their rivals. Minnesota to start with the ball here as the offensive line makes its way out onto the field. Sam Darnold leading them, 297 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 28 for 46 on passing last season. Vikings will start 26 as we get underway here. All-time record going to the Packers, 66 wins. Minnesota has 58, and they have tied 3 times between them. Last meeting on New Year's Eve last year in Minnesota. Green Bay with a 33-10 win there as we see this go incomplete from Sam Darnold. 2nd and 10 on the 26 coming up here for Minnesota as we see head coach Kevin O'Connell talking things over with the defensive line on the sidelines. 2nd and 10 as we get underway here at Lambeau. There's the snap. Fired away, and this is going to be caught. Oh, there's a fumble. There's a fumble. And who's got it? It's the Packers. What a play. What a moment to start things off. I want to see a replay on this because I didn't notice that at the start. Let's see here. He's got the ball. He goes down, and then there's a big pile. Maybe this angle will give us a better view. There, the football comes loose. And I didn't see who picked it up, but I do know that Jordan Love is now coming out onto the field. I believe that's the first time we've seen a fumble turnover this season on ULTRASPORT. Jordan Love, 32 touchdowns last season, over 4,100 yards. Leading the Packers offensive line out onto the field. They will start on Minnesota's 36. And Vikings certainly hoping this isn't going... Oh, wait a minute. This is going to be under review. As I was saying, Vikings certainly hoping this isn't going to be a theme today. Sherfield Sr. was the one with the ball. And you can better view here. And it looks like the play has been overturned. No fumble. Vikings get the ball back on their own 36. And what a ton of confusion this has been to start off this NFC North rivalry matchup, but it's 3rd and inches for Minnesota as their offensive line is back out on the field. There's the snap, and this is going to be caught. Justin Jefferson breaks away and up to the 36. From their own 36 to Green Bay's 36 goes Justin Jefferson, and now the Vikings back in this. First fumble turnover we've seen all season, but suddenly it is overturned by a booth review. And the Vikings somehow manage to keep the ball. 1st and 10 now on Green Bay's 36. Hoping for an early touchdown. Handoff from Darnold to Aaron Jones. He gets 7 yards off that play up to the 29. 2nd and 3 coming up for Minnesota. What a start to this game. Packers again with the current win streak. 33-10 over Minnesota at US Bank Stadium on New Year's Eve last year. 2023, that is. And the last meeting in Lambeau, however, was won by the Vikings. Was 24-10 for Minnesota over Green Bay earlier in the 2023 season. Vikings now on the 24. It's 1st and 10 for Darnold and crew. There's the snap. And how far is he going to go? Can't get past the line of scrimmage. Vikings stay on the 24. No gain, no loss. 2nd and 10. LaFleur and Kevin O'Connell watching intently from the sidelines, the head coaches for both of these teams. After all that confusion we saw at the start of this game, now things sort of settling into a rhythm. 3rd and 6 for Minnesota on the 21. Vikings will be forced to go for a field goal here if they can't get the first down. And you can hear the "Go Pack Go" chants. There's the snap. And this is going to be deflected. So it is 4th down for the Minnesota Vikings. They managed to recover from what was thought to be a fumble. That was overturned, but they're not going to get a touchdown off this play. Vikings will send out the kicker. Snapped from the 21, kicked from the 28, and it is good. Vikings take the early lead with a field goal after some very interesting decisions regarding that fumble. Jordan Love and the offensive line for the Packers preparing to take the field for what will be the first legitimate time in this game. And Green Bay hoping to fight back. 1:27 to play in this first quarter. Again, we want to thank you for joining us. There's the kick. And in the landing zone past the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and he gets all the way up to the 29. There you see Jordan Love with the rest of the offensive line. Now is going to get a chance to show off some skill. Again, this return carried out to the 29. And here we go. There's the snap. Handoff, and he's going to keep going. All the way up to the 47 is Josh Jacobs. He steps out of bounds to stop the clock. Managed to stay up after some challenge, and Packers pick up the first down but stay in their own side of the field, but only by 3 yards. Unless you do count the 50. 1st and 10 on their own 47. Love will fake the handoff here. Fires it away. Pass is going to be caught. Christian Watson taken down at the 16. As the Packers get a big gain there. And on this next play, hoping to get a touchdown. Let's see this again. Love waited a bit, looking for a receiver. Eventually finds Christian Watson, who is able to take it all the way to the 16. Into the last minute of the first quarter here, but we've still got a lot of football action to go here at Lambeau. A lot of history in this place. As we see the snap, Love sends, deflection there. Bit of revenge for the Minnesota Vikings, but not quite as much. It was a deflection by Green Bay on 3rd down, which forced them to have to go for a field goal on the previous possession. Packers, however, only on 2nd down. Still on the 16. There's the snap. Love wants a passing play again. This is close to the out-of-bounds line, but the catch is made. He goes out at the 9. It's 3rd and 3. And Green Bay hoping to pick up the first down and not have to answer field goal with field goal. Again on the 9. Could be an easy touchdown coming here. Instead going for the handoff, and he just barely went down at the 1. And that may be the final play of the first quarter. First and goal coming up for the Packers. It's 3-0 for Minnesota over Green Bay after 4 minutes of play here at Lambeau. Back here at Lambeau Field, Packers poised to strike with a touchdown with the first play of the second quarter. It's first and goal for them. They're on the 1. There's the pass from Love, and did he get it? It looks like it was incomplete. And we're going to do this again. Again, they're on the 1, so it's only a matter of time. If the Vikings are able to stop them from scoring here, what an incredible feat of defense that would be. Second and goal. They're going to try this once more. The catch is made there, and it is a touchdown for the Packers. Here is the replay. Love throws to Romeo Doubs, and in case you're questioning the integrity, and I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to another booth review, but his feet were in the end zone when he caught the ball. And it's 6-3. Green Bay taking the lead over Minnesota here in the early going of the second quarter, in the very early going. Point after touchdown is going to be good. 7-3 for the Packers. 7 plays, 70 yards, and 1:29 of game time in that scoring drive for Green Bay. Vikings ready to receive the kickoff. 7-3 once again. And Minnesota were forced to fourth down in the last possession. Had a bit of controversy with a possible fumble that has since been resolved. First possession for the Vikings and in a field goal. Will this one result in a touchdown? Return is carried out to the 24 as Sam Darnold leads the offensive line for Minnesota back out onto the field. Vikings, again, I mentioned it earlier, currently undefeated. They're first in the NFC North and hoping to preserve that record here today against their historic rivals. This is one of the biggest matchups in the NFL all year. No matter what the context is, the Vikings-Packers game is always something the football world has its eyes on. Again, the all-time record in favor of the Packers, 66 wins for them, 58 for Minnesota, and 3 ties. As we see 2nd and 9 here on the 25. Handoff is going to get them the first down. It is number 33, Aaron Jones, once again. He's had quite a few yards so far today. Goes out of bounds on this play as the Vikings get up to the 44. Here's the replay. Manages to stay on his feet for a considerable amount of time before they eventually are able to shove him out of there. There's the snap. Handoff to Jones once again. He gets 2 yards up to the 45. 2nd and 8. There you see Kevin O'Connell. 10th, I believe, 10th head coach in Vikings history. Appointed in 2022. This is going to go to Aaron Jones once again, and once again he fails to get the first down on the running play, although I don't blame them for trying because he got all the way up to the 44 a couple of plays ago. Seems to be the favored right-hand man of Sam Darnold here today. This perhaps the last play before the 2-minute warning. Pass is going to be caught by number 86, Johnny Munt. Vikings pick up the first down as we see the final few ticks on the clock before the 2-minute warning. 7-3 in favor of Green Bay as the 2-minute warning kicks in here before halftime. Vikings hoping to get a touchdown and take the lead before this half. They're currently on Green Bay's 41. 1st and 10, there's the snap, and this is thrown towards the out-of-bounds line. It is Justin Jefferson with the catch at the 38. 3-yard gain on that play as the clock stops, 1:57. Again, Jefferson going out of bounds. Both teams with all 3 timeouts intact. We'll see how that plays a factor in the final 2 minutes of this half. Of course, in sports, 2 minutes is never really 2 minutes, especially in a situation where there are timeouts to be used. Pass is caught here by Munt. Vikings get up to the 32. It's 3rd and 1. And if you listen closely, they're chanting "Go Pack Go" here at Lambeau. 3rd and 1 on the 32. There's the snap. Darnold wants the pass. It is going to be caught. And the Vikings pick up their 6th first down of this game as Trent Sherfield makes the catch at the 20. Let's take a look at the replay. Also, another note, if you look around the stands here at Lambeau, you will notice it is absolutely packed. What a turnout we have this afternoon. Some green and some purple in the stands, but the stands are filled to see this rivalry renewed. Pass is caught. Jefferson able to get through up to the 3, and the Vikings use their first timeout as they move to scoring position. 45 seconds to go in the second quarter. 1st and goal coming up for the Minnesota Vikings. And they were denied a touchdown on the last possession. Green Bay with a good 3rd down deflection to force Minnesota to attempt the field goal. But now they're only 3 yards away from the end zone. There's the snap, the pass, the catch, and the touchdown. It is Justin Jefferson with the catch here. The big star wide receiver, recently signed to a very lucrative contract with the Vikings. And the booing can be heard all around Lambeau as Minnesota pick up their first touchdown of this game. The snap, the kick, and it is 10-7 for Minnesota over Green Bay. 10 plays, 76 yards, 3 minutes, 8 seconds of game time. And with 42 seconds to go in this second quarter, Packers hoping for a comeback. We've seen stuff happen before halftime before in this season. Are the Packers going to pull off something big? They've got 3 timeouts remaining. Vikings have 2. That's always a very interesting factor in these last 2 minutes of the half situations, as I mentioned earlier. This is going to be taken out to the 32. Good return there for Green Bay as Jordan Love once again leads the offensive line onto the field. 38 seconds to play. Packers hoping to do something big in a short amount of time. Had a 30-14 victory over the Tennessee Titans last week. 2-1 currently, 3rd in the NFC North behind the Vikings, who are 1st, and I believe the Detroit Lions, although I may be mistaken on that one. Packers use their first timeout here as they pick up a first down. Getting up to their own 43 here. 35 seconds to go. I know I probably bring up the time a lot, but it's one of the most important factors in a game. Did he make the catch? Looks like he did. It is number 88, Luke Musgrave. He goes out at the 50, gain of 7 on that play for Green Bay as the clock stops with the out of bounds. There's the snap. As we enter the final 30 seconds, good deflection there for the Vikings. And again, a bit of revenge. Packers deflected the Vikings on their first possession on third down, forced them to attempt a field goal instead of going all the way for a touchdown. And now on 3rd and 3, Packers trying to stay alive. This is going to be caught towards the out-of-bounds line. Timeout taken as Luke Musgrave makes the catch again. First down picked up at the 46. 24 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And we want to thank you all for joining us here this afternoon as we bring you this hugely anticipated rivalry matchup from Lambeau. Saw good ratings with another form of football, not American but Australian. Thousands tuning in to our coverage of the AFL Grand Final. We thank you for that. As this catch is made by Jaden Reed. I'm sorry, I was about to say Trent Sherfield. I was looking at the Vikings roster sheet I have instead of the Packers. 1st and 10 on the 30 for Green Bay. Slowly but surely moving up towards the end zone as they try to score before halftime. Love may have been a bit boxed in there, but he manages to get it away. His 101st yard of the day, and it's another catch for Musgrave. Packers get up to the 10-yard line. Musgrave goes out of bounds, and from the looks of this, if they score here, Minnesota might have time for another possession. And the closer you get to halftime or the end of the game, the higher the likelihood of some sort of Hail Mary pass. As we see this from the 10, and did he make it? No, he didn't. He got up to the 1. Romeo Doubs with the catch. 12 seconds to go as Green Bay used their final timeout of this half. We've seen a lot of action in this game so far, ladies and gentlemen, but we've still got another half to play after this. 2nd and 1 on the 1-yard line. There's the snap. Easy pass, but it's incomplete. Bit of a contest there from Minnesota. Bullard gets in the fray to make it 3rd and 1. And now, like the Vikings did earlier, the Packers may have to settle for a field goal if they can't pull something off here. 3rd and 1 on the 1. 8 seconds to go. Oh my! What was he thinking there? What do you do that for? He's thrown it way past the end zone. I wish we could get a replay on that. Unbelievable. So they're going to go for the field goal now. They have no one to blame except the quarterback. But this is an easy kick from the 8-yard line. 3 more points on the board for Green Bay. And unless we see something big from Sam Darnold, looks like we're going to be tied 10-10 going into halftime. 4 seconds to go in this second quarter. And of course, the NFL with these new kickoff rules. Packers will be hoping for a touchback because if it goes in the landing zone, it has to be returned. Or I said Packers, I meant Vikings. There's the kick, and they're going to get their wish. Touchback for Minnesota. They start at the 30. Darnold with a chance to do something big in the final 4 seconds before halftime. It is 10-10. What a lot of action we've seen in this half and in this quarter especially. First and 10 on the 30. 4 seconds. Breakaway. Darnold waiting. Running. He throws it away. And we will be tied at halftime. Minnesota 10, Green Bay 10. Ten to 10, tied up between Minnesota and Green Bay as we enter this third quarter at Lambeau Field. Want to thank you all once again for joining us as we bring you Saturday afternoon football here on the ULTRASPORT Network. Getting ready for kickoff of this third quarter. Vikings receive to start the game. Packers receive to start the third quarter. And this will be taken out past the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30. Oh my, what a return. All the way up to the 42 he will go. What a start to this possession for Green Bay. They're going to be on their own 42. As Jordan Love leads the offensive line back out onto the field. Packers had the ball towards the end of the second quarter. Could not get a touchdown with that possession. Had to settle for a field goal. We are 10 to 10 tied up between these two NFC North rivals. And the Packers hoping to break out into the lead here in the third quarter. Gain of 5 on this play. Josh Jacobs gets the handoff from Jordan Love. And we are underway in the third quarter. 2nd and 5 coming up on the 47 for Green Bay. There's the snap. Handoff again to Josh Jacobs. Gain of 4 there. 3rd and 1 on the 49. Packers hoping to get the conversion here. Third and 1. Pass will be caught. Musgrave gets up to the 39, as the Packers pick up a first down there. Here's the replay. 2 members of the Vikings defense coming after him. Able to get up to the 39 before being taken down. And if I did say 49 again, I'm sorry, it's 39. Love fakes the handoff. He's going to run it himself. How far is he going to get? Up to the 32. Gain of 7 on that play. 2nd and 3 for Green Bay. Well within field goal range if it should come to that, but Packers seem to have a pretty good pace, even if they're not picking up first down after first down after first down. Still managing to keep possession and move towards the end zone at a steady rate. Bit of an outside handoff here to Josh Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 31. And it's 3rd and 2 for Green Bay. Halfway already through this third quarter. When you play 4-minute quarters, it tends to go fast, but it's just the way we do things here on the ULTRASPORT Network. Second and fourth quarters usually have more action than the first and third. Oh, good deflection there. And it's 4th and 2 for Green Bay. That is the measure of revenge that the Vikings have wanted all game. 4th and 2 on the 31, but they're going to go for it. Packers are going to go for it. They don't have much to lose. Minnesota will be in their own end. Can he get through? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Josh Jacobs all the way up to the 12, and the gamble pays off for Green Bay. They convert on 4th down, and the Go Pack Go chants being heard throughout Lambeau Field. Packers convert and stay alive. And now with an opportunity to go into the lead by a touchdown instead of a field goal. Vikings thought they had that deflection avenged. Packers managed to pull through, and this is going to be another first down up to the 2. And as we enter the final minute of the third quarter, Packers look like they're going to go ahead. There's the snap. Handoff to Jacobs. He runs it in easily, and the Packers take the lead. Josh Jacobs celebrating with his teammates as the Packers go into the lead here. Jordan Love and the offensive line being congratulated on the sidelines by Matt LaFleur. And obviously some disappointment now in the Vikings camp. Point after is good. And it's 17-10. 9 plays, 58 yards, 3 minutes, 10 seconds of game time on that scoring drive for Green Bay. 46 seconds remain in the third quarter. Vikings now will get the ball, trying to tie this. I've mentioned it before, I'll mention it again. Packers with the current winning streak. One game currently. That game was on New Year's Eve last year at US Bank Stadium. Green Bay 33, Minnesota 10, and I was actually fortunate enough to be at that game in person. Not just a Madden thing, if you'll allow me to break the fourth wall there. Dominant win for the Packers, avenging their 24-10 loss earlier in the season at Lambeau. So the last time the Vikings entered here, they emerged victorious, and they will try to do it again. Behind by a touchdown. This has been a very close game so far. We were tied at halftime. And now the handoff from Sam Darnold to Aaron Jones. He'll get up to the 31. Jones has had quite a few yards in this game. Big day for him, as the Vikings are on 2nd and 6 on their own 31. Gain of 4 on that play. This might be the last play of the third quarter. There's the snap. Handoff to Jones once again. He's taken down at the 33, which also happens to be his number. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 17-10 in favor of the Packers at the end of the third quarter. We'll be right back here at Lambeau Field. Back here at Lambeau in the 128th meeting between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. We enter the fourth quarter. Minnesota on third down. Aaron Jones is not going to get past the line. He goes down at the 35, and it's 4th and 2 as the Packers look to close this one up. Still got most of an entire quarter to play. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining, but the Vikings are going to punt here. Second touchdown would secure a victory for the Packers in what has been a bit of a close game. This goes for a touchback. And as we just saw, it is going to be the Atlanta Falcons hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Tuesday night primetime football. The month of October beginning here on the ULTRASPORT Network at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Also home of the Atlanta United, we have C-Star MLS coverage for those of you wondering on Wednesday nights. We will, however, bring you the MLS Cup when it takes place. What a pass here to Musgrave. That is going to get up to the 35 as the Packers pick up a first down on their first play of the possession. Here for Green Bay, again, it's already a one-touchdown lead. Not much matters here. Just hold on to the football and wait for the clock to run out. 2:57 now as we approach the end of this game. Vikings and Packers, again, both have 3 timeouts left as this handoff up to the 49 for Josh Jacobs, who I believe has had 1 touchdown so far today. Getting up to the 2-minute warning here. Probably kick in within a matter of moments here. 10 seconds to go. Again, you can see the play clock getting down to those last couple of seconds. Packers are just trying to run out this game as we get to the 2-minute warning. 17-10 for Green Bay over Minnesota. It looks like the Packers are going to pick up their 3rd win of the season and give Minnesota their first loss. Here's the handoff once again to Josh Jacobs. First timeout taken by the Vikings, and Packers get up to the 40. 3rd and inches here. You also want to be careful to not turn it over, because if the Vikings get the ball, that is a chance to bring this one to overtime. 3rd and inches, just need to barely get past. There's the snap. Love wants a pass, and it is going to be caught by number 87, Romeo Dobbs, who has had quite a few receptions today. This goes out of bounds. Packers trying to waste time. Vikings trying to conserve it. As Green Bay get closer to that victory, would be their second in a row over Minnesota. Jacobs taken down at the 29. He's had 10 rushing plays today. Good day for him. 2nd and 7 for Green Bay as Minnesota used their 2nd timeout of 3. Again, this is just the waiting game. Unless the Vikings get the ball, then this changes drastically. There's the snap. Jacobs will go down at the 28. Gain of 1 there as the Vikings use their last timeout. 1:45 to play here. And if the Packers get this first down, the game is theirs. 7 yards to victory here for Green Bay. Oh, they could go for it on 4th down as well, but still. You want to keep the ball, you want to kneel, and this is going to be a 4th down for the Packers. But even though the Vikings are going to get the ball, this is a prime opportunity for a field goal. Would make it a 10-point game, and maybe a scenario I didn't consider. Regardless, Packers with the win here, barring some sort of miracle. This is going to be kicked from the 33. Kick is up, and it's good. 20-10. Green Bay making it a 10-point game, a game in which the Vikings have not scored since the first half. With exactly 1 minute to play, they will get the ball back. They've used all 3 of their timeouts. Packers have a win here already in the books. For Minnesota, it's all just pride now. to go down fighting to maybe keep this within a 3-point deficit. There's the kick, taken out past the 15, the 20, the 25, and down on the 27 as Sam Darnold leads the Vikings offensive line out onto the field for the final time here today. So what do you do here? Do you try for a touchdown? Do you put on a show for the fans with a bunch of Hail Marys? 1st and 10 on the 27 for the Vikings. There's the snap. Darnold steps back a bit, but there's going to be a flag on the play as this pass is caught by Trent Sherfield. And that is roughing the passer on Green Bay. So the Vikings are going to move up to the 41 with that. Bit of a boost there on this final drive for Minnesota. .52 seconds to play. There's the snap. I should have clarified, but I didn't notice. Vikings on Green Bay's 41. Now on their 28 with 40 seconds to play. .33, 32, 31. Vikings now with the no-huddle offense. One last touchdown perhaps before this game comes to its end. Trent Sherfield Sr. with the catch there at the 13. 23 seconds to go, and wait. Booth review here. And this is not the first booth review we've had. Go back to the first quarter. This game started with quite a lot of confusion when we had an apparent fumble that was then overturned. Vikings seemed to have lost the ball, but they were able to get it back thanks to the decision of the referees. Their first possession of the game, which led to a field goal. As the call is going to stand here. Catch was not out of bounds. And now the Vikings on the 13, hoping to make this a 3-point deficit. If you go down, you at least went down fighting, but this is going to go way over the end zone. We saw Jordan Love do something similar earlier today, although that was like at the 1 or the 2. I don't really know what he was thinking there, but it was on 3rd down, if I remember correctly. And 2nd and 10 on the 13. Darnold sends it away. Pass is caught in the end zone. And Trent Sherfield ensures the Vikings will not go down without a fight this afternoon at Lambeau Field. Packers are going to get the ball back, and from then it's just a matter of a few kneeling plays. But right now, Minnesota with a big moment. And the extra point, the icing on the cake. Valiant in defeat are the Vikings this afternoon. 4 plays, 57 yards, and 41 seconds of game time. Impressive drive there from the Vikings. And if I'm not mistaken, that may be one of the shortest drives, if not the shortest, we've seen all game. 16 seconds to go here at Lambeau. We've seen quite a lot of action, but it looks as though it's going to end here. Jordan Love will come out. Oh, they're going to go for an onside kick first, however. Can't get it. Can't get it. Packers start at the 41, but it'd be a bit unsportsmanlike, in my opinion, to go for another touchdown. The victory is theirs. It's a 3-point game. And you see they line up in kneeling formation For the final score here in this NFC North rivalry matchup, Green Bay Packers 20, Minnesota Vikings 17. Vikings pick up their first loss of the season as the Packers get their third win. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, we say goodbye and good night.